he goes,
Yeah.
no, no, you're not going to get a degree, obviously, but you'll have that status of a grad student. You'll get your undergraduate classes, and
Oh,
you'll be able to,
okay.
get that done and apply. So I'm like, all right, right on, man,
Right.
sweet. So did that, got in the grad school of chemistry, got my classes. It still took me about 3.5 years just to be able to apply to medical school.
Hmm.
Uh, so got to that point, and at that time, remember, I don't know if you remember that show ER.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Yep.
really that was like the height of the popularity of ER,
Right.
and so
Yeah.
fucking everyone was applying to medical school. It's like the highest numbers of applicants, like record numbers. I'm like, oh, great
Yep.
timing.
Leave it to
Uh,
Hollywood, right?
Right.
yeah, yeah. And all of my pre-med and the second part of my undergraduate, I had straight A's, but that first 2 years of like 2.0, that dragged my ass down. And so I wasn't, from a GPA standpoint, I wasn't super competitive, and I knew that was going to be a possible barrier because I think I had like a 3.5, and most of the people getting in were like a 3.8 or higher. I'm like, oh shoot. So then there's this other part of the medical school applications called the MCAT, which is the entrance exam. Right. So I knew I had to ace that sucker if I had any chance in the world. So I went to this Stanley Kaplan prep course, and I exhausted their resources. I took every single practice test, every learning module. I didn't want to leave any stone unturned, and I didn't want to end up feeling like I didn't get into medical school because I didn't give it 100%.
Hmm.
So I just totally dove into that. I ended up doing really well in it, and like, okay, I got one of the parts of the application that the numbers are going to get me in, and it was still tough. I applied to over 40 schools,
Mm.
and got interviews with 4, and got waitlisted on all 4. So I didn't get in. So I was actually in the process of thinking, oh man, I was a little dejected, but um, I felt like I had to keep trying. And so um, I was in the process of applying again for the following year. And 2 weeks before classes started, I got a phone call from USC, and they said, "Hey, we just got a spot open up. Do you want to come off the waiting list?" And I like went through the roof. I was just so jacked, and I started jumping up, and I was so happy about that. And my dad was in the other room and he heard me going crazy, and he was on the phone with a buddy of his, and he goes, "Hold on, Mike's going ape shit over there. I'm gonna find out what's going on." And so that springboard me. 2 weeks before classes started, I got into USC's medical school. Um,
That's